This is Scantron Part 2, the scanning part of it. So normally you want to check your test, make sure they're all oriented with the notch in the top right. You want to make sure that they've coded in under Campus ID the AA and 5 zeros for the key code. You also want to, if they used multiple keys, you want to see that they're all filled in too. All right, so you would then go to the data file and you would say new and you would type in what you need. And you would do T1008B and then hit OK. I'm not going to do that because I already have started that, so I'm going to do select and I'm going to click on that and say OK, and then I'm going to hit scan. And okay. Okay, now that thing it said, did you wish to append it? I said yes because I had already played with this data file. All right, so you can see that it lists the ID numbers for the test. So this machine will jam on you at some point. So a lot of times it jams after it goes through the scan head, so you can double check and see if it got the one that's over in the bin. And then what you could do is just hit resume, make sure everything's neat and tidy. You want to be careful pulling out that test because you don't want to leave any paper fragments in there. So just hold on to it with both hands and slide it out. All right, so we're finished with that one, so we're going to hit stop, and then we can go to score. Now, you're going to back up 2 files to go to the data files, and you're going to click on that file. Okay, you're going to go to testbook and do the username. So her username is Kimberly.Warren, and you're going to say OK. And it's going to fetch the class list. Now, I already just did her as new, but you're getting to see it secondhand. So I would just highlight that and select it. But I just want to go through new with you very quickly. If there wasn't anything there, for this semester, you knew she was new for this semester, you could go to hit new, you could go over here and hit add. Well, you're going to find the course that you want, and you would just click and hit add. I'm not going to because we already have her set up. What you would do too is see on the front of the page what she wanted, percent or point, and she had wanted point. And then you always want to click on always export results, okay? We're going to hit cancel because we're not doing this as new. So we're going to hit select. Another thing with this is if you saw a whole bunch of semesters, you would take out the all terms and it would just have the current semester. So we're going to select that, and we're going to get rid of the A, and we're going to use the C path, copy, and then we're going to paste it. You're going to put the date 100813 and the backslash. Then you're going to put the course number, so it's Psych PSYC 331. If they had a version or sections that they wanted you to keep separate, you could put that in here now. We had an issue with redo, so we put redo from like what date here, and then we went on to put the teacher's name and the date. So we're doing good today. So it's Psych 331. It's Kim. We can just do her last name, Warren. And then we're going to do the date again, 0813. All right, so we're going to highlight from here up to the beginning of the course and copy that. We want to make sure we're in 08, so we're going to say OK. Then again, put us in 08. Okay, so we're going to get rid of those results, that, and just put the name again. And we're going to go ahead and hit save. And yes, I want to replace it. All right. Okay, when you get to this one, you can just hit cancel. And we should have Warren's 331 for her CSV file, and this is the TIFF file. Now we want to convert the TIFF to a PDF. So we're going to double click on it. We're going to see that it says 1 key and 113 students. So we're going to write that on the front of our cover sheet because we'll use that for the log later. And then what we want to do is go to the second page also and check that. So you want to look at the answer key and make sure everything looks fine. If you see any parentheses, that's a problem. So you could go back and see if there was a parentheses. You can see if maybe they erased one and they didn't do it that clearly, so you could fix that for them. Now, okay, now here's a problem down here you can see with a student, but we generally don't fix that, so evidently they probably erased and didn't fix it right. So you can see because it extends out further than the others, and you can see the parentheses. But we do try to look at the teacher one so we can get this all done. So this one looks fine. Sometimes if you saw the parentheses, it might be that the teacher clearly did circle in 2 dots, and that's because they want both answers accepted. It won't work that way. You have to do a separate sheet for that second answer. So if it was, 1A, you would have to do a thing like where you would do the 1A and this other one's got C or something. You don't have to put a key code in it. It'll be the same key code, the 00000, but it'll have just that single answer that they want to take also. But if that were the case, I would double check with the teacher and see if that was their intent before I would rescan it again. All right, so we're okay. We're going to go print, and here we're going to put that file name again, and we're in 08, and we're going to say save. Okay. Then we can close this and that one. We can delete the TIFF file because we don't give that to them, and once it's converted we don't really need it. Alright, now if a teacher wanted the SDF file, which is like more information about what's good and bad questions, you could go to recent places, you could go to data files. You could see that this is the SDF, so you would copy it and go back to your file for 1008 and paste it, and then what you would do is just rename it, okay, and you would name it the same, that's Psych 331 Born, and it'll come up saying SDF, okay. We're not going to worry about it for this one because she doesn't really want it, but I just wanted to let you know in case anybody wanted an SDF. So we're going to delete that.